Well, hello. All right, we're back. It's been a little while, but welcome to Space Surfers, a Scum and Villainy game brought to you by the Would Be Heroes Network. My name's Fisher. I'm the game master here, and yeah, I'm super excited. We've had some great games in this system, and I'm happy to pick it back up. Like I said, I'm Fisher. I'll be running this game, and I'm going to throw it over to everybody. But before I do, our question of the week is, who is your favorite sci-fi character that matches your character's archetype? So why don't we go over to John? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, there's my website. Hello, I'm John. Today I will be playing Armand, the mystic who is a slug in a suit of construction armor, basically. And because I panicked when I heard the question of the week, I quickly went through my mental lexicon of magic-y guys in sci-fi and came up with nothing. So instead, I went to Mass Effect, and I'm going to say Jack.
I accept that answer. I don't get a vote, but I accept that answer.
That is a very good one. That's great. I love it. All right. Moving on. D, go ahead.
Hello, I am D, or Night Wonder. That's Wonder with an O. I'm playing a character. I'm playing Tiberius Scum, who is a scoundrel. And I guess my favorite sci-fi scoundrel is the character that Tiberius is modeled after, Space Pirate Captain Harlock. An olden anime, but a good one.
Okay, that's great. All right, and then last but not least.
Hi, I'm Adam, and I will be playing X302, the infiltrator, synth, android, hegemonic military, X, specialist muscle. And my favorite sci-fi muscle said, I am leaving. You are about to explode.
I don't know what that reference is.
That's a shame. I'll give you the easy one. Indeed.
Princess Bride?
Wow. Jesus. Okay.
Is it Star Trek?
No, wait, that's getting in the ballpark.
Oh.
Things will not calm down, Daniel Jackson.
Teal'c.
They will, in fact, calm up. Yes, thank you. Teal'c. Gotta get up to Chris Judge. With a close second runner-up
from Stargate, right?
Stargate SG-1.
Stargate SG-1. Yeah. Okay. See, I just kind of started getting into Stargate SG-1, so I'm behind on those references.
I mean, that was only 30 years ago. It's fine.
To my defense,
that was when I was born.
To my defense, the only sci-fi media that I have actually consumed were the Star Wars movies and Firefly and Farscape.
That's fair. I was going to say my second runner-up would actually be Aaron's son. That was on my list, but I feel like she was actually more well-rounded than just muscle.
Yeah.
She started as just muscle for sure. Though. Also, just Claudia Black is amazing and convincing everybody that like this tiny petite woman was a terrifying badass, and you're like, yeah, I believe her.
Yeah.
Like she would straight up fucking murder you.
All right. Well, before we get into today's episode, we have a little bit of housekeeping to do, and it's a downtime episode. So we'll have some downtime activities, and then we'll get into whatever you guys decide to do after that. But before we do that, let's just kind of go over some of your guys' sheets. Me and John already talked about Armand a little bit, but let's do the muscle first, because I don't think you have very much for me to look at.
I have nothing.
The big thing I would say is you can uncheck any load that you checked. We're not in a job anymore, so you do not do not need to be keeping track of anything in your load. That's pretty much it for you. And then let's move on to D. The big thing for D, again, uncheck any of your load, but we're gonna change your trauma from bad arm to wounded. Because a trauma is supposed to be a little bit more of a psychological effect. And, you can have your arm can be a little messed up from what happened last time. I mean, you already have some harms. But I was thinking it would maybe make a little bit more sense. It's like, you took this big scar and damage from this fight that you had, and maybe psychologically, you're in a state where you are just a little, shy to damage, and you're a little shaken up by some of the combat you've been in recently. So that was just a little change I wanted to make. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
All right. The other thing we need to do, which I totally have been forgetting about, is I have not been keeping track of your guys' crew XP. So we need to run through a little bit of crew XP stuff. And we're just going to run this for some of the jobs that you guys have done. For that first job with the space worm and getting off of the planet, we'll run through these. Did you execute a successful job that opposes hegemonic dominance? I don't think that counts. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? Yes. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Yes. You expressed the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew? Also, yes. So we're going to mark 3 crew XP just for that first job here. And then we'll just run back to the last job that you guys just did, which was, we were on Mem and the ocean planet, and you guys went down into some ruins to find some old artifacts for the Cult of the Seekers. And after that, some Memish rebels, maybe, is what you came to understand, kind of challenged you, and Tiberius ended up having a one-on-one match with their leader and walked away the victor. So you have some new friends there, kind of. Did you execute a successful job that opposes hegemonic dominance? No, not at all. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? Yes. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Yes. And did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew? Now, I want to kind of leave that up to you guys a little bit. You have a strange crew reputation. Do you think that the job you did expressed your guys' goals, drives, or inner conflict, or essential nature?
Do we have goals yet?
Not really.
Well,
no.
Yeah,
I think you're
we're
still
not any
developing
closer
goals.
to dying to the Great Space Worm. So.
Yeah. So we'll just give you 2 for that last job then. But you are 3 XP away from a crew upgrade. One of the other things I wanted to maybe throw out there, I wanted to, I'm just going to give 1 extra XP to everybody to throw wherever you want in your playbooks, because I think I forgot to do XP at the end of a downtime session. Maybe I didn't, but I'm going to just do it anyway. Go ahead, everybody. You have 1 extra XP to throw wherever you want.
Oh boy.
I'm going to put it in my
And then
playbook.
Stats.
And then we will get into payoff. Now,
I'll put it in
you
study.
guys didn't get? I don't think we got into payoff last time, did we? Did your Brahim, your guys' contact in the Cult of the Seekers? I don't think he paid you off, did he?
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It doesn't look like. I don't think there's any cred anywhere. So, I believe the amount that was agreed to was 6 cred, I believe. If someone wants to argue with Yor that maybe you deserve a little bit more, I think you are totally within your rights to do that. But otherwise,
Job couldn't have
6
gone smoother.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
I
would raise my
think
hand
6
to argue,
cred.
but it's hurt.
You get hazard pay for that?
Yeah.
So you guys have 6 cred, and then if you right now you need to decide: are you going to pay your ship's upkeep now, or do you not want to pay it? Do you want to skip paying your ship's upkeep? Right now you have not skipped any, and your upkeep is fine. But if you start skipping, you have to roll, and potentially systems can go down. So
I mean, our upkeep currently is 1, right?
yes.
So we pay it. Right? My
Yeah.
code is pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that leaves you with 5 cred left, and you guys can determine how you want to split that up among yourselves. Your ship can only hold 4 cred. And then I believe each of your characters can have 4 cred, and then you can start putting money into your stash, and then your stash is like, how good your character does after you retire your character. So it's kind of, stash is like your end game money. And you can pull money out of your stash later, but you have to do it at a 50% cost. So it's like you spend 2 stash and you can only take 1 out. But you only have 5, so go ahead and determine among yourselves how you want to break that up.
I'd suggest we each take 1 and put 2 into the ship.
Yeah, that sounds
Fine by me.
probably for the best.
All right, I put the 2 in the ship for you guys.
All right.
Now, let's get into heat. I'm kind of
Dinner
thinking.
first.
Now, you guys were underneath the ocean in some old ruins. These ruins are monitored by the Memish resistance here.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm kind of thinking
They might
somewhere
still be.
between contained.
They're more ruinous.
I'm thinking somewhere between contained standard exposure and loud and chaotic high exposure. And I kind of don't think it was that loud and chaotic. You did destroy some underwater ruins, but
It's underwater.
I don't
Nobody
know
hears
how.
it.
I also don't know how much the hegemony cares. Like this.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
heat is not necessarily just with the hegemony. It's in this system.
Yeah, but the Memish forgave us. They're like, you guys.
Sort of. Yeah.
Well, a certain faction of the Mimish swore a blood bond or something. I'm not even sure if that counts as forgiveness.
Yeah, they made eye contact with us and said, "We will remember this," and then dove into the ocean.
Yeah, and then I think we actually needed like explicit interpretation by the DM.
Yeah, we
as to
did.
whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. Like, okay,
Yeah,
you remember
maybe-
it, but like,
I maybe didn't RP it as well as I could have.
I mean,
at
I think the
moment.
answer to both questions was yes.
yeah,
is the thing.
probably.
So we're gonna go ahead and do.
It's like we owe you a favor, but the next time we see you, we'll kill you.
Yeah. Just don't ask for it in person.
Yeah, leave a note.
We're gonna give you. We're gonna give you
Email's
3
fine.
heat.
To whom it may
Yeah, that
concern.
checks out.
So you guys have 3 heat in the Holt system. If you hit 8 heat, you get a wanted level. Also have heat back in Rin as well, but not very much. So you guys are in an okay state. I think I added heat somewhere on in factions. I put it in factions. Here we go. There we go. Okay. I also changed a little bit of faction stuff here. I gave you another +1 with the Cult of the Seekers because you did a successful job for them, and they are learning to rely on you. And of course, you got a +1 with the Memish Rebellion because you returned the artifacts and spared their, that crew's leader at the time. But you take it that maybe that guy has some sway. He seemed important. Now, let's move on.
Oh, the hegemon's mom is in the Cult of the Seekers. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's like in charge of it, basically. Now let's get into your entanglements.
The Emperor's mother is definitely the best get out of jail free card.
Depends on their relationship, really.
does not have as useful of a cheat sheet. Okay, that's okay. All right. Well, let's get into some downtime stuff here then. You guys can each pursue 2 downtime activities. I have a list. We can go over some of those things that you can do, and we'll kind of go in. We'll go one by one. Each person can do 1 downtime activity at a time. So first, why don't we go to, I don't know, does anybody want to go first for downtime activities? Anybody have anything they want to do? You can
I
acquire
would
an
like to get my
asset.
suit repaired.
Okay.
Oh, was I too quiet?
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I still have that electrocuted arm.
Yep. You do
So-
have 3 dots on your healing clock already, so you're kind of halfway to getting all your stuff fixed. You can either try to do it
Oh.
yourself, or you can try to find somebody to fix your suit.
Every time I've tried to do it myself, it has gone wrong. I will try to find someone else. I feel like every time Armand tries anything himself, Space Squid appears and attacks his face.
Here's what I'm going to. I don't think you guys have fully dealt with whatever that way parasite was.
Nope.
Correct? It's still.
Nope,
yeah,
that is
it's
still on the ship.
kicking around.
Maybe that will
here.
be my second
so
action.
Here's what I'm going to have you do instead of just rolling to recover. I'm gonna have you acquire an asset. Since you guys are on Mem and you're in this, Cult of the Seekers research base, and there are some other places around that you can go to on the planet, or even potentially not on the planet, but there are places you can go. What you can do is you can acquire an asset in the form of some kind of doctor or healer, and then you guys can all use that asset throughout the your entire downtime. You'll have somebody that you have hired or convinced to come help you guys out for a little while. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And if you roll well on it, you'll get to do some recovery for free. You won't have to spend an extra
Oh,
action
yeah.
on recovering. So you're going to roll your cruise quality. Or actually, what do you want to roll to acquire an asset? How do you go about finding a healer, or whatever you're specifically you are looking for? You can flavor that however you'd like.
So, specifically for Armand, he's probably looking for a mechanic, which I guess is good for 2/3 of the party.
Yep.
Well, actually, if we just take that arm off, it'll be good for the whole.
Yeah, we just replace it.
So I'm looking at all of my things, and I have none in doctor. Study, I feel like doesn't make much sense.
Well, doctor would be like what you would use to potentially heal yourself. Again, you are looking for somebody. You're looking for a mechanic. So something like study.
I guess
could
I'm
potentially
looking. Yeah, but I don't know how I would flavor study. So I guess I would just go with my 1 mark and sway.
Sure.
Just like, you there? Assist us!
Okay. We'll say go ahead and roll your 1 and sway then.
Okay. Oh, here we go. This dice is totally the good one. It's not horribly balanced at all like the other 2 in the pack. Oh, that's a 6.
Nice. Okay. Well, in that case,
You're the
you
favorite
guys, I'll say you guys haven't really. You're still patching up your wounds. You haven't left this Cult of the Seekers HQ yet. So you find one of their mechanics that has been working on, their underwater ships and the suits and all this type of stuff. It's like a plucky grease all over her face young woman who has designed and rigged a bunch of this stuff. I do not have a name for her, but let's. Do I have like a list of names? List of names. Let's
Sprocket.
call her. Let's call her Chendra. Her name's Chendra. And she's more than happy to help you out. And since you rolled a 6, you can add 3 dots to your healing clock. I'm pretty sure is the way that works.
So that fills it up.
Yep. And so that will remove your electrocuted. Yep. Perfect.
Huzzah!
Yeah, she kind of laughs and thinks you're goofy and funny. All
How dare she?
right, well, sort of killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. Why don't we move on to the next downtime activity? Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I would spend one of the actions continuing my clock on decrypting that mystery data
Okay.
that X302 is in possession of.
Hanging out in your quarters, just working on decrypting more of that data. What action are you rolling? And, just give me a small description of the time you're spending.
I think that would be a hack roll. And I think it's a lot of like trying to interface with the computers on the ship, which we haven't really upgraded, so they're just kind of like like normal nav computer kind of stuff. We don't really have like a data center or a big information matrix or anything. So just trying to like take little chunks and transfer it and do like minor little calculations on like our shitty hardware and then like upload it back in and then get another little piece and do like, so it's very slow and tedious, just sort of jacked into a computer, not moving, staring out the port window or something.
All right, that sounds great. Go ahead and give me that hack roll.
That's a 6.
Nice.
Dang.
That is 3, I believe. Yep, 3 segments on your long-term project clock.
Nice.
Let's go over to your muscle there. Yeah, you are slowly but surely digging into this stuff. You're not really sure what any of this is yet, but as far as you can tell, this is like Starless Veil plans. Just from like the basics of what you're digging into. This seems to be some kind of like operation information or something like that.
Yeah.
From what you can tell. Okay. Let's move on then. D, what would you like to do for your first downtime activity?
I would also like to see about some healing. I would like to get rid of either my concussed or start working on my trauma.
So the way healing works is when you fill your whole healing clock, both of those will go away.
Okay.
Now you don't have a doctor per se, but Chendra, I'll say since you spent the time rolling with Chendra, we'll say that she does have some, basically like a med bay, that she's worked on and souped up. So I will let you roll that. It will not be the same as her mechanic ability. Actually, I will roll this. It will not be the same as her mechanic ability since it has to do with something else, but you'll still get 2 dice to roll here. And that is critical. That was 2 6s.
Okay, good.
So
I was like, which direction of critical?
Right. You're dead.
Yeah.
technically that would be 5 slots, so it would not fill you all the way up. Oh, actually, but the way it works is if you get any amount of healing, I forgot about this. Your level 1s go away. So you can have 5 dots in your project clock for healing, and you lose both of your.
I am so good at being drugged.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Weird. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to our second round here. John, what did you want to do for your second downtime activity?
Well, I'm going squid hunting. So, yeah, I want to start work on removing that way parasite.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
Delicately.
Well, nah. Now, that word is not in Armand's dictionary. He literally does not know the meaning.
Yeah, just volo that thing.
Yeah, he is. So the last couple of times it has attacked him, it was because he was attuning to the way. So he is going to find the little room that he has eviscerated to be his little sanctum on the ship. Sit down, get his little space guitar, because we learned that I do not have a lightsaber. I just have a sword. So he takes his little space guitar and he's sitting crisscross applesauce. He is going to start meditating to try and lure it out so he can stab it.
Okay. Calling that attune.
Sounds good. Well, I was going to use the blue dice anyway because that represents the way. Watch me get snake eyes on this. Yep. Nope. I got half blind spider. I got 2 and a 2.
Okay. Well, we're gonna call this starting a long-term project. We're gonna start a relatively small clock for you. It'll just be 6 pieces. Here, I'll build this really quick in your thing.
Oh boy. Oh.
And we'll call this. Oh, it doesn't work there. There we go. Parasite hunting. And you get 1 dot there. You start meditating and you spend some time meditating, and you're sure you can feel this thing somewhere in the veil of the way on this ship. You're not sure where it is. It seems like it's sated on feeding on your brain energy for now. So at the moment you cannot draw it out, but you are at least starting to become aware of where it is on the ship. Okay, let's move on to Adam. What did you want to do for your second downtime activity?
I have accumulated a considerable amount of stress and should probably address that.
So you want to indulge your vice?
Yes, which for X302 is the trappings of luxury that he had in his previous assignment. So I think in between his bursts of this hacking marathon that he's on, he will set up camp somewhere like in the galley or the kitchen area wherever we eat. And he will pull out like a bottle that he'd been smuggling of like some really nice alcohol. And we'll hang up like these just ridiculous like velvet curtains that he just had stashed in a bag somewhere, and like it was like a plush seat cover for one of the chairs, and he's just completely overdressing this like rundown part of the ship to just be like this little like discount Costco, Taj Mahal for him to hang out and have a nice drink.
Okay. Well, we'll say for now, since you are on the run and you guys have kind of been slumming it, this will engage your need for luxury as little as it is. But you can already tell just in the meal that you're having, you're like, I need to go, like, go to somewhere nice. I need.
Yeah, it's time for a spa day.
Yeah, totally. But for now, this will kind of do it for you. So why don't you go ahead and roll? You have to roll your lowest attribute, which is going to be insight. So you have 1 die you can roll there, and this will determine how much stress you burn off.
It's a 3.
Okay, 3 stress you can remove.
Nice.
Probably would have been more calming if Armand wasn't in the background screaming at invisible parasites.
Is that how he meditates? He actively goes around screaming.
No,
He's
he
like,
meditates like normal, but now he's actively hunting.
Or actually, by the way he generally speaks and everything, there's very little difference between like a shriek and an
That's
om.
true.
Yeah, we just don't
He's
know.
just like,
Yeah.
ah!
He's just connecting his chakras.
Yeah.
That is true. All right. That sounds pretty good. Why don't we move on then to D? What would you like Tiberius's last downtime
Can
activity
you
to be?
run me through what's on offer?
So you can acquire an asset, which can be so many things. Craft, indulge your vice, which you don't really need to do, and you would be in danger of overindulging if you did. You can lay low to reduce the heat and wanted level of a system you're not in. So technically, you guys aren't in Rin right now. You could lay low to remove your heat, your 2 heat that you have in the Rin system. You can work on a long-term project. You can recover, which you already did. You can repair the ship, which I don't think you guys have any systems right now that need to be repaired, as far as I know.
No, our ship should be
I
intact.
don't think so.
Yeah, you guys are in pretty good shape. Or you can train, which would be you basically just get to mark 1 XP in an attribute or your playbook.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go train.
Okay, what are you
Learn how to
training,
keep a hold of
and
your sword.
describe how you are doing that.
That is a good question. I think. I think I will be training. I will be training Resolve.
Okay.
And I will do so by watching like old soft skill training videos.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. Describe what the videos are like. Like, what do they have in them?
Like they're very very much like Tony Robinson style, like
How to make friends and influence people.
yeah, exactly,
Style,
like how to get how to make friends and influence people, how to flirt, how to get the girl and the guy, and like
Nice.
it's like all sorts of, it's like, so you want to be a captain of your own starship.
Great.
And it's
Yeah, go
just
ahead and
like
mark
it's
1
like, and he's
XP.
like watching this, and as he's watching it, he's like noting down useful phrases on a like a notepad, and like repeating them, and like practicing the inflection. So at some point you hear him like, "You have the bridge. You have the bridge. The bridge is yours. You have the bridge. You have the bridge."
You guys, just so you know, there are possible ship upgrades that will let you, if you train in something, they'll let you train. You get 2 XP instead of 1. So you guys should invest in like a holodeck library full of videos so that you can train in Resolve. Awesome. Sounds good. Go ahead and mark your 1 XP.
Awesome.
And that is what Tiberius is spending some of his time doing. Hey. Yeah, you want to roll dice too, Gato? Get out of here.
Or there's like a diagram at some point of like because there's, I don't know if you're aware of this. I saw it, I think, on QI or whatever, but there was like a diagram of like hand movements that you do depending on whether you're like appealing to people's ethos or pathos or whatever, and it's like it's like diagrams, and he's just like practicing the like thumb movements, like
Like accidentally learning magic is what's happening.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, those are you guys' downtime activities, and with the end of that, we are in free play. So I open it up to you guys. Armand, you're not having a lot of luck hunting this thing down, and everybody else, you've spent a lot of time either watching videos or decrypting stuff, so you're probably a little burnt out on staring at screens and jacking into the computer systems, and you probably all find yourselves in the common area of your ship again, or, whatever. You guys go ahead and set the scene.
All the cabinet doors are open. Half the contents are strewn about.
Just flypaper on all the counters.
Yeah.
I just love the juxtaposition of like there's like this tiny little cubicle delineated by velvet curtains where there's like inside is as lush as it can be with like fancy like pillows and throw rugs and drinks and everything, and around it is just debris. Like the ship has become a dump.
That's why he put the curtains up. He
Yeah.
was saying, no, nope.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain
Don't
that thing,
worry.
it only feeds on you when you're asleep. You should try hunting it in your sleep.
That is not a bad idea. I do not know if I do sleep. I think I do. Everything always looks the same.
I'm not entirely certain it is a good idea to give him any kind of idea.
We use the sleep to destroy the parasite.
I'm hedging my bets that he will be less dangerous while trying to be active in his sleep than he is while awake doing so. It could come back to haunt me.
We'll see about that.
Statistically speaking, a 70% chance.
While we're here, don't get me wrong, I appreciate all of we've been through and everything, but why are we here? Or why I understand that our circumstances have brought us together for a short stint, escaping off the planet, and then we kind of went from one job to another, and I would very much enjoy continuing my adventures with you fine folk, but what do you ultimately, what are your guys' goals?
What was the guy who we were friends with? Like something zero?
Evo 1.
Eva 1, yeah.
That was close, yeah.
Off by one error.
Yeah, Armand will say, yeah. Well, Eva 1 charged me with spreading the light of the great space worm unto you two non-believers. So that is why I am here.
Ah,
Right.
well, that may prove challenging.
Quite.
Myself, I mostly just want to stay off of the hegemony's radar. I'm a bit wanted of a sort. Someone was hunting me. I think they were destroyed on that planet. I don't know, honestly. I mean, she's pretty scrappy. She may have made it out. I am in possession of highly classified, incredibly well encrypted data that belongs to the special interest area of the hegemonic military intelligence divisions. I am hoping to discover what it is and why they were willing to, well, let's say, kill me over it. So mostly, as long as I'm moving, it doesn't really matter where I am. Grand scheme of things.
I see.
And what about you? Is there something that you hope to achieve?
Well, to be honest with you, I have a bit of a reputation to live up to.
No?
Some stories of my It's kind of difficult to explain. I guess I inherited this name and the the I suppose legend that comes with it, and I need to live up to that, I guess. Not a big fan of the hegemony myself, though. I would probably prefer to, you know, overthrow it rather than avoid it. But obviously, overthrowing it is going to be difficult at this stage.
Those goals are not diametrically opposed. If you can avoid something easily if it no longer exists.
True. And it does seem that whatever information you are in possession of might be helpful towards that.
One would hope, at the very least, something they desperately don't want anyone else to have. It should be valuable, if nothing else.
Armand, I assume that you are possessed of a preternatural tenacity and will stick around with us for as long as we are not adherents of the Great Worm.
Yes.
Well, that settled that, crew member.
Is there anything else you hope to achieve, or is it just all Space Worm all the time?
Well, I was supposed to die on Slugmoxia, but, well, that didn't happen.
Yes, apologies.
So now the only reason for my life to have meaning is to convert you two.
I suppose I'm flattered.
Also, if we destroy the homogeny, I won't have to pay for the repair bills on the suit, and I probably will not be arrested for technically stealing it.
Well,
Fair point.
what's a
He'll
little
hold up a
vote now and
hand
then?
and he'll hold up a hand and wiggle his thumb. Having opposable thumbs is rather handy.
Yes, I'm quite a fan.
Also, what name did you inherit?
Tiberius Grom.
No, I've
Don't-
never heard of it.
Don't most organic life forms inherit names from their parental units?
Not my
Oh,
not my given name.
Oh,
you stole it.
Not quite. Like I said, I inherited it and what comes with it.
You killed your father and stole his name.
No.
You hesitated answering that?
Because I am worried that that is your go-to.
Death seems to be a rather reoccurring theme for certain.
Why is that weird?
Most living beings tend to try and avoid death and stay alive.
What is the average lifespan of a slugmoxian?
About 2 years.
Ah, I think I see now.
Yes.
Everything's different when you're operating on a clock.
True.
Yes, I suppose. We usually operated on our planet, though.
Question. The fact that your average lifespan is 2 years, is this to do with your biology or with external factors?
No. Well, external factors. We worked the mines.
How?
The suits. The suits will let us work the mines. And, the suit will, kind of go limp a little bit. and one of the arms will reach up and open a thing on his chest, and you see a horrible little like brain slug thing squiggle out and just kind of wave at you guys. And in your heads, you'll hear, "This is my natural form. We're not very good laborers like this."
I could see how that would be
Yes.
challenging.
Yes, but we don't really require controls to control the suits or the homogeny that we would be good laborers.
Leave
They
it to
said
them
there was
to
an
be.
80% mortality rate. We were pretty sold.
Yes, well. Of all the resources they could expend, they were never particularly squeamish about the
Lives.
biological ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll squiggle back in, and the suit will reanimate fully. It also helped that there were a fair number, billions of us. A fair billion numbers. There were a lot. At one point in our history, we literally coded the planet.
That sounds crowded.
So what happened?
Yes, but that was before the Great Culling.
Ah. Who culled?
The Great Space Worm!
But didn't eat the planet, just ate a bunch of you.
Yes.
You know, I would have been inclined to think this was an entirely made-up delusional religion if I hadn't seen the thing devour a planet right behind us.
I mean, we
Yes,
can.
the homogeny said that quite a bit.
We can strike the made up part.
Yeah.
Still not sure about the delusional.
Well, relatively speaking.
The comm system starts ringing.
Are we expecting a call?
Pulls out Qatar. It's here!
What?
Space Squid, it is calling to us.
It's the phone.
Don't believe it normally uses communication devices.
Let's answer.
Mind then.
Let's answer.
Let's answer the corded wall phone on this spaceship.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a rotary phone. It's a rotary space phone.
It makes
Does he
lightsaber
answer the
sounds
comm
whenever
system?
you rotate. Zoom.
I mean, by all means, I know you've been watching the charm and influence training
Yes,
vids.
yes.
Also, if it's the hegemony, I'm not here.
Understood. We will tell them that you are not here.
Do we see who is contacting us?
Yes, it says Del Hex.
I do not know that person.
Does anyone know
Like,
Adele
do I?
Hex?
I do not know this person.
Tiberius, you, and actually X302, you've also probably also heard of Del Hex. He's a somewhat famous outlaw and gunslinger.
Huh. Well, there's a 74% chance that he's looking for work or accomplices, and a 46% chance he's been hired to kill us. 24% chance he's got the wrong number.
Well, let's see which it is.
Okay, so you press the button and answer
Hello.
it, and do you? And the video feed comes up, and a blue-skinned Xeno with some cybernetic upgrades, like a bunch of stuff all over his eyes and mouth and face, and he's wearing kind of like a floppy, almost Indiana Jones style hat. And he goes, Batro, I was wondering, oh, wait a minute. You're not Batro. What's going on here? Where's
I
Batro?
believe he is dead.
Oh, dead? That's ridiculous. Who are you? Where'd you
Well, the
get this ship
planet blew
from?
up on him.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
The
I
whole
shouldn't be
planet.
talking. You're the one that. Never mind. He's the one who should be speaking. He took classes.
I think Batro met with a catastrophic event.
Huh. Interesting. And you guys took his ship?
In a way, I'm sure he would have wanted us to have it.
Uh-huh. Who am I talking to?
Grom. Tiberius Grom.
Grom, huh? Tiberius Grom. Huh. Well, look, I was calling up Batro to see if he was interested in... look, my name's Del. Del Hex. You might have heard of me. Look, I run a vibro fighting ring, vibro weapon fighting ring on Sanhandra, and I was looking to see if Batro was interested in coming by, maybe participating in some fights, or just betting. I've known him a while, part of the circuit, but if he's dead and you guys have his ship, I guess, I don't know, maybe the invitation's open to you guys. No funny business though. If you want some more information, I can drop you some information. Man, dead. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was
About the Great Space Web.
insane.
All right. Well, I have work to do, so you guys, just drop me a text file if you need anything, and I'll shoot you a message back. Have a good one. And he hangs up.
Well,
Do you think he meant shoot in the literal sense of the word? What with being a gunslinger and all?
I think that went better than expected.
Yes, turns out it was the 24%. Did we just get invited to do debauchery?
It sounded like a fight club to me, so I suppose it depends on your definition of debauchery.
Out of game. What is that? What is a Viro ring?
Vibro weapon fighting
Oh.
ring. So yeah. I'm not exactly sure what the game thinks vibro weapons are, but I'm thinking like, electrically charged energy weapons to a degree, like a normal sword. Think kind of like, what do those Magna Guards have in Revenge of the Sith, where they have like the staves with like the like electric energy coming out of them? Probably something sort of like that.
Yeah, the old Republic era Star Wars, the vibroblades were like the thing that non-force wielders used to try and keep up with lightsabers.
Gotcha.
They're just
They're a
blazed in.
weaponized surgical instrument.
Yeah, it's like, the electric turkey carver that like wiggles back and forth. It's like that, but like on a microscopic level.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I suppose it's a betting ring, so there's probably going to be some amount of debauchery.
Wonder if we can get some. You think it's a nice fighting ring, or like a dump?
I doubt that it will be particularly nice, but
The ship could certainly do with some upgrades.
It might not be a total dump.
I mean, could we always just go and check it out and decide on whether or not we want to participate once we get there?
Yeah.
I suppose we could, fix a fight and bet on ourselves, and surely that's not frowned upon.
Most of the
Probably
time it
not. I
is.
mean, they're all criminals.
Yeah, but that's kind of a relative word depending on the sector you're in.
Yeah, true.
Fair.
So, do you guys want to go to Sanhandra and check out this
Let's
fighting
go
ring?
scam some criminals.
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
At the very least,
let's-
perhaps we can refill our libations.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be nice drinks at least.
It's in the same. It's in the same system, so it will only cost you guys 1 fuel to get there, which means you don't have to refuel or anything like that, and you don't have to jump there. It's actually, let me pull up the picture of the system really fast. Yeah, it's just like sort of right on the other side of the system, so you guys can get there pretty easy. And you guys actually do have a jump drive, so you could jump into a jump lane and get over there super easy. But it would still cost you 1 fuel, but that's not that big of a deal. So Sanhandra is a tidally locked planet, which means the same side of the planet faces the star, Holt, in the middle of the system at all times. So there's a day side of the planet and there's a night side of the planet. There does seem to be some kind of like way influence to some of the planet. But yeah, it's most of the settlements are in the Twilight border zone. But you guys, you guys drop a line back to Del Hex and ask for the information, and he tells you that his fighting ring is deep into the day side of the planet. So you guys land basically in a very Tatooine-esque environment, just like desert, and probably pretty. I mean, honestly, imagine Phantom Menace when they land on the outskirts, and head in. There's all kinds of. There's like a giant racing arena for different ships and vehicles, and there is a huge arena for fighting as well. And it actually is kind of nice. From what you understand, Del Hex used to work for the guilds, and he broke off from the guilds and became an outlaw, and I guess he came out and built this out in the wastelands on the day side of Sanhandra. So yeah, I mean the environment here is pretty crazy. There's all kinds of different Xenos walking around. A lot of people are bundled up, and you guys walk into this arena area, and there's all these steps that you have to go up. And when you get to the top and look in look in, there's some guys fighting with swords in the ring, and everybody's cheering. And then one of the guys goes and like lops off the arm of the other guy, and he falls to the ground. But there's not really any blood. It seems like the vibroblades cauterized the wound, or something. They have like a heat charge to them. And the guy gets like pulled out of the ring, and he's like, "Ah, my arm!" The other guy holds up his vibroblade, and the crowd roars. Yeah, so that's the scene you guys are in. What are you doing?
Well, that didn't end well for him.
I will find the sign-up sheet.
Ooh. Okay.
So yeah, he'll go to whoever is like seems to be in charge of signing up combatants, and he'll point towards the ring and say, "I want one of those swords."
There's this giant Xeno who has like a hammerhead shark head, basically. It's like this big, huge head with eyes at the ends. And he's like super big and bulky, standing behind the counter, and he's like, they're not for sale.
But they have them.
Yeah, they're for use in the arena.
Oh, and I would like to go into the arena.
Okay. Go ahead and put your name down on here. He like drops a pad in front of you.
Yeah, Armand's gonna sign up.
This ought to be
What are the
interesting.
other two of you doing?
I'm looking to place a bet and find some champagne.
I think I'll join you.
Both easy things to do.
Able to find a booth somewhere. VIP section.
Splash
Do
zone.
they do bottle service?
Do you want to try to head for a VIP section?
I think
Yes.
at best they probably do like Absolute with like budget Red Bull.
With that Budweiser
okay.
energy drink shit?
Yeah. Like the store brand budget energy. Walmart energy.
Oof. Sam's Choice Crack.
Yeah.
So X302, you head for some boxes up in kind of like the upper levels, like club rooms and stuff like that, and you find an area that looks kind of VIP-ish, and you try to go in, and there is, we'll just say it's like a guy with like an eye patch and a gun. And he's just kind of like standing there, and he's like, "Hey, where do you think you're going?"
I think I'm going to have a good time, should I not be interrupted.
Look, I don't know who you think you are, buddy, but you kind of have to be somebody to get in here.
Who do you think I am, good sir?
I think you're nobody.
Well, one of us is mistaken, clearly. And he is going to access one of his cover identities. He said, I am Imperial Command, Reginald the 13th, of the Star System Destroyer-class vessel Sputnik. And I am here on some very well-deserved R&R. And I have a lot of credits from the hegemony at my disposal, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would do your job and allow me to have a good time.
What do you want to call that?
I think command is kind of what I'm going for there.
Okay. And then you don't have to check anything off since you're not on a job, but do you have anything in your gear that you think would help with this at all?
So I have the spy gear, which includes like false thumbprint, the ability to beat, identity scanners, voice modulators, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And I assume, given his background, that he has like some actual, at least semi-valid hegemonic credentials that he could pull out. Okay.
Well, I'll give you an extra die just in general for, you either have a fake ID or some, some half-baked credential that you can pull out. So that's an extra die for you. And then is there anything else you want to do here for this? I will allow you to push yourself or even spend stress on some kind of flashback, or, general rules apply for rolling. Or I'll even give you a devil's bargain if you want. Extra
sure,
die
let's
for
hear that. Yeah.
You will get. I mean, this is gonna go really badly if
Right.
if you don't roll well.
Like this guy
Fight's gonna
actually
break
works
out.
for Imperial Intelligence, and he's just like, "Oh, we found that guy."
I mean, you don't necessarily get that feeling from this, but like they're gonna a fight's gonna break out, and you're probably massively outnumbered here, and you have a feeling that like they probably won't kill you, but you're literally in like a fighting arena. There's got to be something they'll do to you, right?
Right.
If Armand signed up for the blood sport and you two are the ones that get bodied, this is going to be great.
That would be on brand.
Yeah, definitely on brand.
I will accept the devil's bargain. I feel like I deserve the chance of extreme failure just for being such a
Okay.
dick to this poor man who's just doing his job.
That's 3 dice. Unless you want to do anything else here.
Can we spend a gambit? Do we have gambits?
You're technically
so many
not on a
gambits.
job, so I'm not
Oh,
going to
okay.
let you spend a
Yeah,
gambit.
that's fine.
And you're not
All
the
right.
scoundrel. I would maybe let Tiberius do it, but
Can I aid him somehow? Can I aid him by looking like I am very importantly adjacent to Reginald the 13th?
sure, you have to take 1 stress.
I will take 1 stress.
Okay. You can have 1 more die.
Okay. Oh boy.
Before you even say anything, I got to get into the habit of doing this. This is risky. I know we're not really on a job, but this is actually kind of important. This is going to be risky for we'll say standard. Risky for standard. So, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. How does success work again?
What was the highest thing you rolled?
A 3. I rolled a 1, 2 2s, and a 3.
Yeesh.
That's kind of impressive.
Okay. Okay. So he goes, "Look, pal, I don't really give a fuck who you are. You're not getting in here. Nobody gives a shit about the Empire around here, okay? The hegemony doesn't mean anything. You better back off, or something bad's gonna happen. You got it?"
To whom?
And he just puts the gun straight into your belly, and he's like, "To you."
Oh, we should have been more specific.
Do you want to try anything else in this situation? You have a feeling you do not have much of a chance. You maybe have 1 more chance to be able to cool things down here. Or you can maybe just walk away, but you might have some eyes on you.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point he would walk away just to not draw too much attention. He is trying to lay low. He was trying to indulge a vice, but he's not going to like jeopardize everyone's well-being to do it. He will be very indignant about it, though. It's just like, I will be reporting to your superiors about your insubordinate behavior and your terrible manners.
Trust me, buddy. Dell already knows. We'll have eyes on you. Behave yourself.
What do you take me for? One of your ruffians?
Move it.
Yeah, and then he'll walk away.
All right. Yeah, you can tell now, just like with your, preternatural robot spy senses, any of the security in this place has been given a beat on you. Some kind of mass file or radio chatter has gone out like, "Hey, watch these guys."
Yeah, that tracks.
And you guys already talked to Dell earlier, so it sounds like he knows. Maybe that guy was just talking
He
shit.
knows that we're rocking around with homogeny royalty. Great.
Okay.
Maybe.
You know,
maybe.
Mr. Grum, perhaps
Um,
next time we should just let you do the talking. You have, after all, had the training.
Yes, yes. You needed to.
Oh, I just the pathos.
Yes.
Armand, so you sign up and you are led to like a line with a bunch of different people in it. And like you're led in, there's a guy in front of you who's kind of like a young pucky guy who looks really excited, and there are some big really tough guys, and and then behind you, after you get into line, they usher a guy into line who is kind of like beat up looking. He's got some scars and he's got a beard, and he is in handcuffs, and he's like ushered into line with a security guard, like someone who maybe works for this arena. And the guy's got like a big, what seems to be like a spear and also maybe an energy rifle, like kind of does both.
Oh, the guard, not the prisoner.
The guard, yeah. And
Okay,
he's got
okay.
like a cool headdress mask on, kind of like Lando Calrissian in Return of the Jedi. Very very Jabba's palace style gear. And he kind of like shoves the guy into line behind you, and the line starts to filter into this room, where there's a bot by the door that has like one of its arms is just an extension, and then it has like a tablet pad on it, and then its other arm is like taking measurements of people, and then like stuff just starts scrolling across the pad, and it's asking people questions, and you get up to the bot, and it says name.
Armand of the Slugmoxians.
And it like scans you and does all this stuff, and it's like race, Slugmoxian, height,
Yes.
six, whatever,
Um,
6 foot
With
two.
or without the suit.
You may use your
It's
suit.
definitely around. Yeah, it's definitely around 6 foot tall, because like the head of the suit is weirdly tall.
We will mark you as minorly enhanced.
That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me.
Proceed. And
Are there any specific rules I should be made aware of?
it just goes proceed.
Okay, their funeral.
You head into, there's like these drapes, and you head into these drapes, and then there's a guy on the other side of the drapes, another like really big animalistic Xeno. He's just got like a bunch of scales. He's kind of like a giant lizard guy, and he stops you, and he says, any weapons?
Yes, he'll pull out his guitar. I have this.
Huh. All right. Here. And he holds out like a small box. Place anything into here, you'll be patted down. If we find anything on you, you'll be expelled.
Okay, fair enough. And yeah, he will put in his guitar, and yeah, I'm not going to spend any hypothetical non-mission load to have all of the blasters available to me on me.
You got it. So they pat you down. You're not trying to conceal anything on you.
Nope.
Okay. And then they lead you over to like a small area where there's a guy talking about the vibroblades, and he's like, all right, now you got to be careful with these things. They're incredibly sharp, and they are hot to the touch. So if you hit yourself, They're going to sear flesh and carve into your body. All right? Be careful. And he sees you come up and he's like, all right, looks like we've got a nice little crew here. Take a little bit of time with the vibro blades. And he like walks over and pushes a button, and this conveyor belt starts on the side of the room. And the conveyor belt has a bunch of like basically just metal cubes roll out in front of people. And he's like, go ahead and take a couple of practice swings, and then we'll get you in line for your fights. And yeah, Armand, you're stood in front of a like a big metal cube, almost as big as you are, and given this vibroblade. And there are like guards everywhere, all around the room, but they're like, "Here you go."
Here you go, kid.
Yeah, you'll shoot your
yeah.
eye out.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He only has one ocular receptor on his armor. But yeah, he will take this vibroblade and take some test swings with it, get the feel for the balance, and he'll probably start having fun cutting this giant tungsten cube with the vibroblade, and probably won't stop until either there is nothing left of the cube or they assign him to kill someone in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, you start like really hacking into this thing, and some of the people around you are like, "Whoa, this guy knows his way around a blade." The really enthusiastic like younger guy is like, "Wow, man, you're pretty good with that thing." And then like you can see across the room the dude that they undo his handcuffs and they hand him a vibroblade. And you can see for a second he's kind of like looking at everybody a little weird, but then he just takes some swings at the thing. And eventually they lead you over to an entrance to this arena. And basically there's like a bunch of different entrances, and they put everybody in front of an entrance. And then they take all your vibroblades away from you. Say, all right, now that you've gotten used to it, the way it's going to work, there's a stash of vibroblades in the middle of the arena. All the doors will open. Everybody run in. Last person standing is declared the victor. You're all round one participants with no wins. So, nobody really cares if you live or die unless you're the last one standing. So have a good time, guys. And they're like, the kid that you're with is like, oh, I didn't know it was so crazy like that. And some steely looks go around the room to who you can see, because you're basically like, there's like a big circular arena, and they're placing people in different entrances all around it. You figure there's probably like 12 combatants, maybe. Go ahead.
Yeah, as the kid says that, Armand will like put a hand on his shoulder and say, "Don't worry, if you die here with honor, you'll be reunited with the Great Space Worm."
He's like, huh? And then
I'll tell you about it later if you survive.
Best pickup line ever.
Let's cut to Tiberius and X302. You guys want to place some bets and then get some seats? Is that basically it? And like you can get whatever amenities you need to. Okay, what kind of bets are you placing? And you do see that Armand is one of the participants. There's like 12 participants in the next round, and Armand is one of them. There's some other ones too. I can give you some random people if you want to bet against Armand. But
so are we betting for or against the slug?
I mean, it seems like he is insane enough to pull it off.
Not sure the statistics back that up, but certainly an X factor. Willingness to die is an advantage. I'm sure why not.
Okay.
Team spirit and all that.
Yeah.
You want to bet
on Armand?
And I'm going to ask for how much cred you guys want to bet.
Maybe 1 cred seems like it's enough.
One cred each. You want to
Yeah.
both do that? Okay. Now here's my question:
Worst case scenario.
Do we
want
to turn this in? Do you guys want to turn this into some kind of job in which you fix the fight to make sure that Armand wins, or are you guys just gonna sit back and relax?
I honestly kind of just want to see what the slug does.
Yeah.
Like, I think 302 is just like, huh? I wonder if he's actually good enough to do this.
Yeah.
Or he's just
Well-
insane. We don't know really.
Yeah. Well, if this starts going bad, and Armand, we'll see. Maybe you guys will decide to get involved.
Yeah, it's-
Okay.
Did
well,
we get
with
like?
that?
Was there like? Did we get weapons? Is this like the kind of place where they like checked us for weapons at the door, or that it's like everybody's
No.
packing and nobody
No,
cares?
no.
But Armand.
Everybody has weapons.
That's kind of what I
The-
assumed, but yeah.
The thing you do notice, though, is there does seem to be some kind of energy field, at least the way they have it, like NASCAR and like hockey. It's like it's a field that goes up so high, it doesn't dome the entire arena, but to keep people from like throwing stuff or shooting stuff into the
Yeah.
ring, there is like an energy barrier.
The NASCAR force field.
Well, yeah, you guys place your bets and get your seats, and you guys are sat right next to and sort of in the middle around this giant family of what appear to be like rat people, and they're they're all like chattering and laughing and talking and having drinks and generally fun people to be around, as far as you can tell, yeah, you are surrounded on all sides by little rat dudes. And with that, Armand, you're standing there, and the gate is about to come up. We're gonna cut to a break. And take a little break.
Yeah.
Okay. How long are we?
D,
breaking
5
for?
5 minutes, please.
5 minutes. It is. Let me just set the.
Sound good to everybody? 5 minutes.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 minutes is good as soon as SNES loads. There we go. And that's 5 minutes. See you guys in a bit. Oh, we need to be right back. Screw.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa, that was
Amazing.
weird.
Great
What
timing,
happened? Did
though.
it crash?
Excellent comedic timing.
I don't know. You were just
No,
like, yeah,
you
go ahead and switch us
vanished.
back, and then you just disappeared.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, OBS like reset as soon as we decided to come back. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, we left off right before the break with the gates just starting to come up as Armand is getting ready. And we'll pick up back there. The gate is coming up. Armand, you see the light shine on your feet in this dark room as the gate raises up. And as it starts to raise up, some of the guys like duck underneath the gate and start running in.
The second he sees that's available, he is full on all fours, skittering towards the pile of swords. And I would actually like to use kinetics. So
Okay.
I can push myself, so I take 2 stress.
Yep.
And I can either throw a table-sized object with dangerous force, or, and this is the option I'm picking, propel yourself briefly with superhuman speed. So Armand's going to flash step to the pile of swords. And
Okay.
I'm tempted to get a handful of them, but I think he's just going to snag 2 of them.
Full General Grievous. Let's go.
So you, before anybody else, get up to this pile of swords. And you see the crowd, the crowd immediately starts to shift. They're like, what? What? You get up to the pile of swords. There are 4 swords here. There are 12 combatants, and there are 4 vibroblades. You pick up 2 of them. You turn around, and, or actually, you can see kind of across the way, there's this little stash here with the swords in it. Coming up to the stash of swords is the guy who was handcuffed, and he does still have a Mad Max style face covering over his face. He seems to also move with some kind of superhuman speed, but he's not as fast.
Armand's gonna kick up one of the swords to him. He seems like a worthy foe.
Oh wow, okay. So you keep 2, but you throw one up to him.
Yeah. No, I'm keeping 2. I'm kicking a third one over to him.
Okay.
At a mouth, I'd be wielding 3.
So you throw one over to him, and you still have 2, and he looks kind of weirdly at you, but then he nods, and then he runs over to one of the people running up, and just literally just slices him in half with the vibroblade. You have a couple of people running up towards you now. There's several combatants. There's 1 vibroblade left on the ground, and we'll say a couple of these guys are running up and trying to get past you and maybe tackle you. They're kind of working together, seeing that you've gotten there and have taken 2 of the vibroblades so fast.
Armand's going to turn into a blender.
Okay.
He is going to start weaving around these guys in the only the nonsense kind of way a psychic slug piloting a mining suit can. And he's not going for the kill because these guys are trying to gang up on him, and that's just so he's just gonna go for the legs.
Okay. What do you want to call that?
Murder.
I don't know. That sounds like a scrap. He's not murdering them. They haven't earned it.
They signed a waiver.
Do you want to push yourself or accept a devil's bargain?
I'll accept a devil's bargain. Also, will Psyblade count towards this, or is Psyblade only with my fine melee weapon.
Yeah. You can do. Yes, you can. However, it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit.
Oh.
Because the Vibroblade is acting similarly to the way your Psyblade would. I mean, you still can, just to give
Okay.
yourself potency on everything. But
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
you can. You want to do that?
Unless the Vibroblade's giving me potency.
We'll just say that it is. Well, basically. So yeah, don't worry about it. Save your Psyblade ability.
Okay. Oh, right, because I can only use it once per scene.
Yeah. We'll say Devil's Bargain is if you don't roll well here, one of these Vibroblades is going to get taken away from you.
Oh, well, that just won't do. All right, so I have 3 dice, 2 from scrap, 1 from the twin Vibroblades.
You don't get to roll an extra die because of the Vibroblades. No.
Okay, so 2 for scrap.
Okay.
That's a 5 and a 1.
Okay. I should have said that. That actually would have been controlled for standard effect. 5 though, that's good. So you're cutting off some legs, and these guys are going down. And we'll just say that these kind of cancel each other out a little bit. But yeah, so I mean, like, you're just, some of these guys are running up to you and kind of trying to tackle you, and you like slice a couple of them down. One guy does get past you and runs over and gets the last Vibroblade. And then as you're cutting people down, you see the kid, the enthusiastic kid. He kind of runs up over to this other, he's kind of like a big bulky dude who picked up the last Vibroblade. This kid runs up to him and is, probably gonna get cut down by this guy with the Vibroblade. But he he's just sort of like running at him, trying to, I guess, get the sword from him. Do you want to do anything?
Yes, I would like to assist the child.
Okay.
By disarming the big bulky man, whether that be smacking his hand with the side of the blade and causing him to let go, or removing an arm.
Okay. Why don't you give me another scrap roll? This will be risky for standard effect.
Oh boy. That's a 1 and a 4.
Okay.
I like this
You
so far.
You get in and stop him. Your Vibroblade clashes with his. You don't cut his arm off, but you manage to keep the kid out of the way. You will, however, I'm going to say you can tell this guy's pretty good with this Vibroblade, and because you're kind of on a back foot trying to defend this kid, you're not just fighting this guy. Your attention is split. You're kind of finding yourself in a desperate position. And I'm going to say that this guy actually, he gets a pretty decent swing in, and he potentially is going to do some harm to your suit. Unless you can stop him. So, is there anything you want to do before this guy slices into your suit?
Okay, so this guy's a big boy. So he's we've disengaged and he's coming through another swipe. So could I use a tune to try and jump out of the way, like Jedi style
sure,
backflip?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like full on wire tactics. Okay, so I have 2 and a tune.
I love the fact that
Not
you're,
using the dice as rolled a 1 3 times.
using the brand, like the local brand force to like jump, not yourself, but like the entire robot that you're piloting.
Yeah. Ugh, that's a 2 and a 3.
Okay. Well, that was going to be desperate for standard. You're going to suffer some harm here. You go to jump out of the way, and this dude slashes at your legs, and he cuts both of your legs off.
Oops.
You are... Well, we'll say one of your legs off. He gets one of your legs. So you have a level 2 harm, missing left leg. Which means you'll be rolling at -1 die for pretty much everything here, since you're missing a leg and are going to have a hard time standing up. You're like hopping around on one leg when you land. But you do jump out of the way. He just gets your leg.
That's a good thing we know that mechanic on the
Now
water world.
Here's something you can do if you want to try to resist getting your leg cut off. You can roll a resistance roll using one of your attributes, like prowess or resolve or something like that. You have to take 6 stress, but potentially you can reduce that stress by however much you roll with your resistance roll. So you might take a trauma, or potentially you can
I
take...
would definitely take a trauma.
You want to do that
I have
instead
a
of
plan.
losing... Oh.
Traumas are mental, yeah?
Yeah, and they last forever. You don't get rid of them. They could technically kind of be physical. You know, they're you don't get a list of
I'll
traumas
take
in this
the,
game the way you do in Blades.
Yeah. I'll take the missing leg for now, because I think that's more narratively interesting.
Okay.
I have a plan.
Well, yeah, you jump and you land. You probably collapse a little when you land, but since you are in a robot suit, you probably have an easier time standing up on one leg than just like a person would, and you're not really like in pain. You're just, stability-wise, not in a great place. What do you want to do?
So, Armand is going to point at the guy who just cut his leg off and like make a flicking motion. And I would like to use kinetics again to throw him into the force field.
Okay. Go ahead. You push yourself.
One stress
take
away
2
from
stress.
having one stress
you
away
just-
from having a trauma.
You just flick him, and he goes flying back into the force field. When he hits the
come
force
on.
field... Oh, you don't have to
There's
roll
another
anything.
2 and a 3. Oh, okay, good. Never mind.
You don't have to roll. You pushed yourself and took 2 stress. You don't have to roll anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't say you have to roll anything. That's just the way the
Oh
ability
yeah,
works.
it just says I do
think,
one of the following.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you flick him. If the force makes him drop the vibroblade in his hand, he goes flying back and hits the energy wall, and it's kind of over by where Tiberius and X302 are, and he hits the wall and goes like, and like fries the back of him, and then he lands on the dirt in the arena, and all the rat guys around you are like, the kid runs over and picks up the vibroblade, and we'll say, let's see, it's you killed some guys, another guy killed some guys. There's like 5 guys left. You have 2 swords, the kid has a sword, and the dangerous criminal guy has a sword. And the dangerous criminal guy just like killed another dude. Your guys that you've been attacking are just like on the ground holding legs and limbs. And then we'll say a guy runs over to the kid, and I'm just gonna roll a straight luck roll.
Strike him down
and see what happens. Unless you want to get involved here, but I want to see what the kid does. We'll see what the kid does.
Yeah, Armand does too.
No.
Armand believes in this kid. Oh no.
That's a 1.
Armand believes in this kid.
the kid goes to slice at this guy, and the guy like just very quickly dodges out of the way, gut punches the kid, takes the sword from him, and cuts the kid's head off. And knees land on the ground, he lands on the ground, and the head flies up in the air and then lands in the sand next to him. What do you do, Armand?
Do not worry, you will be reunited with those you have lost in the past. As will you. And Armand's gonna stab the guy that killed the kid.
All right. What do you want to roll for that?
Yeah, I think he's gonna. Could I argue a tune to compensate my movement with the way? If not, I have scrap.
I will. I will let you try to do it. I will. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh boy. Okay, you know what? You two had high dice when I was just putzing around, so. Oh, that's a 5!
Okay. And again, that man, I gotta remember to do that. Risky for standard. Yeah, you run. You like use the way and like force yourself forward a little bit and stab into this guy, and he's like, and dies on your blade. But we will say, when you do that, like you force yourself forward and you land on the ground kind of on top of him, and so you're like rolling over and pulling the sword out, and you can see the criminal guy is running up to you, and he has killed everybody so far in this fight, and you're pretty sure he's not gonna spare you, even though you threw him the sword. So he's running over to you, and you are not in a great position as he starts to run up. You're kind of trying to get yourself up as he runs up and slashes at you. Is there anything you want to do before you potentially take some harm here?
I could take a trauma to be a little dick. But I feel like Armand is kind of hyped for this big guy, because he's like, yes, we're the opponent. So, to Armand, this is going to be a gesture to get them on equal footing weapon-wise. But to me, John, he is yeeting one of his swords at him. Because he has another one right there. So yeah, I'm gonna chuck one of my swords using Scrappy. And
I will not make you take the -1 die since you are throwing it at him. Your leg doesn't matter here.
Yeah, and then I will pick up the other sword.
And this will be desperate for great effect.
Well, that's a 6.
Yeah, I mean, you throw it at him, and he tries to get out of the way, but he like goes to try to dodge, and it like stabs into his shoulder and causes him to like probably severs most of his arm, and his arm is just like hanging off of his body. He's like, oh, and he lands on the ground, and you are able to get up and go over to him. It seems like he's gonna get up. He still has another arm, and he's gonna get up and keep trying to fight you. But you have an opportunity to do something before he gets up and keeps slashing at you. But yeah, one of his arms is like cut, is barely hanging onto his body.
Yeah, Armando will like get the other sword and just kind of hop over with his one leg, and not understanding humanoid physiology, he'll be like, "Oh, sorry about that. Here, let me help. And he will sever the rest of the arm off.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, ah! And then he takes his sword and slashes at you. Why? We'll say you're not going to take any harm from this just because he's in a worse position than you are. But what do you want to do here?
So yeah, Armand is sitting there, and he has one of his vibro blades that he is kind of like cutting through the rest of the the meat with, and then when he sees the sword coming up, he is instinctively going to like bring the sword up to block, but like not pull it out first. So he's going to fully bisect the man at whichever, probably like across the chest, like just
Why don't
absolutely horrific.
Why don't you give me one more roll here, and we'll just call this. We'll call it controlled for standard.
Oh boy. So yeah, I get one dice because I'm missing my left leg and I'm specifically standing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you.
That's a
You
5.
got to do. All right. He
I
slashes
like this
at
dice.
you. You kind of pull up to block. You are going to take a little bit more suit damage, though.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, we'll just call this one level 1. But he like slices off some of the fingers on one of your hands, so you're missing fingers.
You just got it repaired, man.
But you block, but you basically cut this guy in half when you go to do it, and so his sword hits yours, and then he just falls in half over onto the ground, and the whole crowd goes, "Whoa!" and explodes. And you're like, there's like a big, box, whatever those things are called, the mega box thing in the middle of the
VIP
arena.
seats.
Or
Oh,
no,
uh,
like
Visitron
the
or whatever.
screens.
Yeah.
Like yeah. The big Visitron in the middle of the arena, and your picture goes up on it for when you got scanned by the bot, and it just flashes and says Armand wins. Armand wins. And yeah, you put on quite a show for these guys.
Yeah, Armand's going to collect the other 2 swords, making sure that they're turned off. And as he's like hopping towards the exit, he'll pick up his leg, look over at Tiberius and X3108, and just kind of like wave at them with the leg.
You are ushered back into the room. They ask for the vibroblades back from you.
Do I have to?
Yes.
But can I keep one? I kind of won out there.
No. You can buy your own.
Oh, where?
I mean, there are some places where you can get them. Have
Oh,
to
okay
probably
then.
go to
He'll just drop them on the floor.
Twilight Cities. They give you your stuff back, and everybody gets a cred. Armand, you get paid a cred for winning, and Tiberius and X302 both get a cred for winning the bet.
Yes, net 0.
Well, looks like
Well,
had
you
enough
get
roll.
an additional cred,
Oh.
so you get the cred you bet, and then also one more. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That worked out.
What do you guys want to do? You guys can like go meet him by the gladiator fighting area,
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah, let's go congratulate Armand on his fight.
Is it congratulations? He might have wanted to die out there. I'm not entirely sure his aim was to win.
I mean, don't fix a running system.
Quite right.
You know, he got there.
Yeah, when you get to Armand, he's got like I imagine he's had like this like kind of hobo bindle type like sling sack that he's been carrying your belongings in, and he's just trying to like fit his leg into that.
Be hopping around on one leg.
Yeah.
That's quite some damage you've gotten on that suit there, Armand. But congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. The damage is nothing compared to the cave-in of 3. But yes, I probably will need a mechanic.
Mm.
He'll pull out the little credit stick and says, "They didn't give me any of the swords for winning. They just gave me this useless money."
Yeah, how horrible. Should I keep on to that for you, or can you keep track on your own?
He'll shrug and toss it to you. Sure.
Okay.
You
I like
guys
playing
are
characters who have no concept of money.
hanging out and congratulating Armand, and the crowd around you kind of disperses a little, or moves out of the way as a figure you recognize as Del Hex comes out of the crowd. Again, blue Xeno with all these cybernetic attachments, wearing kind of a floppy hat, and he holds his arm, and he's kind of flanked by some security. And he holds his arms out, and he's like, "Well, congratulations to you, Armand. You did a pretty good job out there."
Thank you. Would have
You
been
boys
better
are
if
an
my leg didn't
interesting
get
lot.
cut off, but that's fine.
Oh, well, we can fix that up for you. No problem. We got some of the best surgeons and mechanics around. You boys are an interesting lot, to say the least. Have Batro's ship. You say you escaped some kind of exploding planet or something?
It was being devoured by a giant space worm, more than exploding.
Well, that is very interesting. How about I hook you guys up with a room in the city, huh? We've got a little hotel attached here. And maybe we can throw you guys a job or two. You can participate in the fight some more if you want to, Armand. It's up to you. But you seem like an interesting group. Maybe we can work together a little bit.
Armand looks at Tiberius and is just like nodding emphatically.
I mean, it doesn't sound bad.
Well, how about this? There's going to be some more fights going on all day. We'll try to get Armand fixed up here. And how about you guys hang out? I've got a lush VIP area you can hang out in. Drinks are on me.
Ah, well, yes.
You two should join the fights next. They're very fun.
Not quite as replaceable, our limbs, though.
He leads you guys, he kind of like ushers you guys along and leads you through this arena is almost like it's like a convention center. It's like there's so many people here. Apparently this is very popular in this like wasteland rebel city. It seems like this is very much like an outlaw city out here in the deserts on the daytime side of the planet. And he leads you up some stairs to just like a luscious box that oversees it. It's not like super high up. It's like kind of in the middle of the arena. So it's got like a perfect view. and you can see all the people cheering. And he's got like a sound barrier gate that he can put up or down depending on whether or not he wants to have conversations with people inside easier or not. And when you get into this VIP area, there's just there's android androids that look like women, so they're like fembots that are serving drinks to a bunch of people in the area. And there's a giant octopus thing creature that's in a bathtub, and it curls its hand around a giant drink and picks it up and is drinking this thing. And there's over by where Del Hex goes to sit down, there's this big giant green tiger with stripes and big long pointy ears. It is this is the HQ of an outlaw magnate, for sure. Whatever you can imagine as in this weird box probably exists here. And you probably X302, you clock an android assassin who is probably ex-Starless Veil like you are, but he's an old model. He doesn't even look humanoid or human. They're not trying to make him pass at
Right.
all. He's got a cylindrical head with a couple of different ocular assortments, and one of his arms is a gun.
Practical. Effective. Didn't realize
Yeah,
you were a
this
collector
is-
of antiques. Quaint.
Oh, you're talking about 76 over here, huh? Yeah, it's still deadly. In fact, I think they were creating downgrades when they started working out the morality system in the AI. But, these old guys, they're ruthless.
Yes, well, when you have a hammer, as it were to say.
Yeah, Armand's gonna point at him and lean over to Tiberius and say, "See, if you lose an arm in the arena, we could just replace it with a gun, perhaps a sword."
Well, they have actually a bot come over to Armand, and it's got it's like a Swiss Army bot. It's got 7 different arms with different attachments on it, and it says "Allow me," and it goes to start trying to fix you.
Oh yeah, Armand will provide his leg and the several fingers, and let the maintenance bot do its job.
Okay, you get 3 dots on your healing clock, which means your fingers are fixed, and they are reconstructing your leg, but it is still your leg is not completely fixed yet. So maybe later.
Later.
But that's just for now. They'll keep working on you.
Yeah, they need to go get some new gaskets.
And you guys watch a couple fights, and Dell, as you guys are sitting and watching fights, Dell is like, "So, you guys interested in a little bit of work?"
What do you have in mind?
Well, I've actually heard a little bit about you boys. I have some contacts in the Cult of the Seekers who said that you pulled off a job stealing some kind of artifacts from some ruins there.
Yes.
As Armand says that, X302 is in the middle of I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right. Well, look. There's a planet in this system that you've probably heard of. It's called Vos. The entire planet is covered in crystals.
Fancy water
They're very,
bubbles.
very special Vosian crystals. Yes, the entire planet is covered in water bubbles. And Vosian crystals are very special. You know, they can be used in all kinds of stuff, um, uh, in technology as what do you call it? As like an energy amplifier. Um, in fact, they even say there are some cults, some mystic cults that look for these Vosian crystals as well. Apparently, they can increase their way amplification and stuff like that. But the hegemony has basically complete control of all mining operations on the planet, and they won't let anybody else get in. I can't even set up, you know, my own crew there under the radar. They're always pretty watchful of stuff. So I'm trying to find somebody who can get in and maybe get me some of those crystals.
Armand's gonna look at Tiberius with the robotic monocular version of puppy dog eyes, which is to say he's just staring at him.
What do you say, X302?
Well, security on mining operations isn't as tight as it would be on intelligence or military bases. It's challenging, but not undoable. I have some data banks we could scour for protocols, codes.
It's run by the Mining Guild. Hold on, I'm just reading some stuff here. Well, anyway. Yeah, it's run by the Mining Guild. I'm sure you guys could figure out a way to get in there. But yeah, I leave it up to you guys. If you can score me some Vosian crystals, I'll give you guys a payday. And we'll maybe build a little bit of a relationship here.
What do you say, team?
Seems plausible. I'm not opposed. We will need one thing, though,
Yes, I agree.
to pull this off successfully, I think. We have an open spot on our crew. We could use a filler, a ringer for this particular job. And X3T will point out the guy he was fighting with earlier. Just be like, this gentleman over here we spoke earlier, I believe he is well suited for such a role. You know, not incredibly intelligent, but quite strong and quick to action.
You want to give me a role of some kind?
Sure. What have I got? I'm trying to be kind of suave about it, so I will do consort.
Okay.
Nope, that's a 2.
Good try.
Dell laughs at you, and he's like, yeah, he can be a little bit of an asshole sometimes, but, he's just security around here. You probably don't want to have him weighing down your crew. He'd probably cause more trouble than he's worth.
You're probably right.
Well, why don't you guys get some rest, take care of yourselves, and figure out, whatever you want to do. I'll, depending on how many crystals you can score, it'll determine how much I'll pay you guys. But take some time, rest up and get prepared, huh?
Sounds good.
And Armand, you can get 3 more dots on your healing clock. So
Boy, that maxes it out.
yeah, your level 2 harm turns into a level 1 harm. You have a new leg, but it is not up to snuff with the rest of your mech suit. It's,
I got a
not
limp.
totally. Yeah, we'll call it a limp. Still want to spend some time working on getting it totally fixed out, but it's working. It works now. And with that, I think we're gonna call it with this session. You guys potentially have a new job, and you're hanging out in the Vibroblade Arena on Sanhandra with Del Hex. I think you're in an interesting spot. Why don't we do XP, and then we'll get out of here.
Yes.
First, let's do crew XP, and then we'll go through everybody. Did you execute a successful job that opposes hegemonic dominance? No. Did you contend with
No.
challenges above your current station? Not really.
I think we did.
Armand was dealing.
Yeah.
Armand was dealing with a number of opponents, and we were dealing with quite a tough.
Jimmy the bouncer.
Yes.
Sure.
I'll.
So you heard it from Tiberius
about
first. We are on a lower social rank than a bouncer.
Technically you are, but I don't know how much of a challenge you really contended with there. That was just like a social situation, you know?
It was a challenge we
about
created
it.
for ourselves,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, definitely.
Which, if anything,
Yeah, and
is
really,
actually
you
more
guys were
XP.
told no and left. You were like, I am all important. No, you're not. Okay, then. See you later.
Yeah, it was like a
Did you-
calculation. It's like I could kill this guy, but then I'd have to kill like 40 people. And then
Yeah.
is it really worth like
Yeah.
40 plus people
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go
yeah.
sit at this table? Like,
I mean, that depends on how dedicated you are to your vice.
right.
Yeah.
It reminds me
Did
of
you
the-
bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? I think you did. I very much think you did.
Yeah.
And did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew? I do think you did that. I think you guys did that more than once. So I'll give
Oh.
you
Whatever
3
they
total.
are, we
I'm not
did.
going to give you one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you one for contending with challenges above your current station, but I'll give you 3 for the other ones there, which means you fill up,
Nice.
and you guys can take a crew upgrade. So why don't we take a second here and check out the crew upgrades? And why don't you guys figure out what you want to do?
Why is
We could be
having
way
why
blessed
is
and get
plus
+1
one-
gambit.
Why is +1 trauma a good thing?
It means you can take one. It means you can take one more trauma before you have to
Okay,
get rid of your
gotcha.
character. But I think you need all 3 levels of driven before you guys get the
Yeah,
+1
probably.
trauma.
Oh, yeah.
Same with Way Blessed. You can put one in it for now, but you
Yeah.
don't actually get the +1 gambit until you put the second upgrade in. You can also upgrade any of these things over here, like ship gear, crew gear, auxiliary training, like any of that stuff. If you want to pick one of
Should
those
we get a
as your
med bay?
upgrade.
So because I'm biased, I think we should probably build towards Way Blast. But a med bay sounds like it would actually be helpful.
What say the rest of you? Hello?
Sorry, I'm still reading. I'm fine with either of those.
Yeah, I think probably medbay, considering how many wounds happened in the past 2 sessions.
Yeah. You guys keep getting
I have
banged
no
up.
idea what you're talking about.
You would.
Yeah, you're the tank.
I
Why aren't
didn't tell you
doing
to go.
anything?
I didn't tell you to go run into a blender fight. Like, you made that decision on your own.
Sounds like victim blaming.
Yeah, we're gonna go with medbay, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we'll
checks
say
out.
we'll say Dell sets you guys up with one of these, like he's like, yeah, I got an extra one of these bots around if you guys need one for your ship. So yeah, you have like you probably already had like an area that was like supposed to be a medical bay with like not very many supplies in it at all, but now you have like a med bot.
You got a Mr. Handy.
And it
Yeah.
basically we'll say it's like the same as this. It's not a hospital, but he can patch up injuries. He's got drugs and medical scanners, and you can like basically every time you do ship upkeep, you'll just like refill your med bay, and your bot but yeah, you scored a med bot off of Del Hex for
Nice.
being such a crazy combatant. He's impressed with you. Okay, now let's do individual XP. Let's start with the muscle. Did you address a tough challenge with force or threat? Oh, also, Armand, you rolled a desperate roll at one point there,
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah, I
Was
have.
it scrap? I think it was scrap.
I believe it was scrap. Yeah.
Okay, so you can mark 2 XP for prowess.
Ooh.
Yeah, I forgot to do that at the time. Okay, muscle. I don't think you rolled any desperate actions.
Nope.
At the end of each, blah, blah, blah. You address a tough challenge with force or threat. You addressed a challenge with threats, kind of.
Yeah.
A tough challenge?
I don't know that it was tough.
He is a tough.
I'm not gonna give you. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. You did do that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think you did it more than once. So I will give you 2 for that. And then you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. I don't think you struggled with issues because you successfully indulged your your vice. So just 2 XP, and you can put that wherever you would like.
Nice.
Let's move on to the Mystic. Armand, big session for Armand today.
Big session.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting that we've had 2 of these like one-on-one fights, kind of,
Yeah.
or one person.
This was
Next-
like
next
1 on
time, next
12.
time.
Not really what I meant to do, but it's it's kind of fun to set up for a job like that. Okay, did you address a tough challenge with wisdom or the way? Yes, you did.
Yes.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I believe you did.
Yes.
Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during this session? I don't think you did.
I believe so.
No, not really. So just 2. I think I'm just gonna give you 2 XP
Fair enough.
for this session.
Oh boy, next
Okay.
session I might be able to put something into insight.
Nice. And last but not least, Tiberius Grom, the scoundrel.
Yes.
Did you address a tough challenge with charm or audacity? I don't really think you did.
I was
Did
very
you express your
charming.
beliefs?
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't
Did
he
you
try
express-
to talk his way out of something?
Yeah. I persuaded Dell that Batro gave us the ship.
Yeah, you kind of did. Not a tough challenge, though. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I believe you did do that.
Yeah.
And you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. You did not. You do have your wounded trauma, but I don't really feel like that came up at all.
I wanted to raise my
So-
arm to argue.
I think we're just going to give you 1 XP for this session.
Okay.
You can max out resolve there, though.
Nah, that needs to be trained with videos. I'm putting my experience in a playbook.
That's fair. Got to
That's
commit.
hilarious.
He already started the 6-week course. He's got
Yeah.
to finish it.
You gotta finish it.
Yeah.
You can't just give up in the middle.
He paid like 3 creds for that shit. He got it on the
I know.
black market.
Yeah, it's only
you
it's only
wanna become a
3
voice
creds for
actor?
the it's 3 creds, but it's like the whole thing, and it's for a year, and then it renews monthly for 3 creds. So you just gotta
It's automatically, and you have to send an email to cancel.
yeah. But you can resell it to others, and then they pay you the 3 cred.
All right, yeah.
So you kind of you make your own
All right.
hours.
Well, that was fun. That was a good session.
Yeah.
This has been Space Surfers, a Scum and Villainy game brought to you by the Would Be Heroes Network. Great time, great game. I'm Fisher. You can find me most places at Screw and Tuna or on Twitch at Franchise Fatigue. Right now, I'm playing Bioshock 1, and I just hit a hard lock game breaking bug that made me so
Oh,
fucking mad. Literally at the very end of the game, right before the end of the game. So I'll be restarting Bioshock 1 again, playing it on Survivor difficulty, no Vita Chambers. Anyway, that's
wait,
me.
was it something
Uh,
going on with the final boss?
no, it's there. You have to pick
Oh,
up the
okay.
Big Daddy pheromones when you turn into the Big Daddy, and the Big Daddy pheromones
Oh,
are an item with an item limit. And I was playing it on New Game Plus Plus, and I could not pick
oh
up the
my
item.
god.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
And you have to pick
Yeah.
up the item
So
in order to move on in the game.
yeah, if
So
nobody's
yeah, I
ever
think I'm just
looked
gonna start.
into the BioShock engine, it is a mess. It makes
Oh,
Bethesda games look like award-winning engines.
it's incredible that they were able to slap that thing together. Honestly. Um,
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's me. I'll be playing Bioshock at Franchise Fatigue. Moving on. John, how about you?
Hello, I'm John. Today I was playing Armand, the Mystic Slug. I can be found over on my own channel, Crims Bacon. Or no, I can be found on social media on Crims Bacon. I run my own podcast called Bacon Flavored Pods that I stream on the Crims Bacon Twitch, along with Fallout Challenge runs that I'm also doing. Currently, I am hunting down named super mutants with a 44 revolver that grows every time I shoot someone. Um, the barrel is like 5 feet long at this point.
It's straight up Jack
Uh,
Nicholson Joker territory.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Um, so yeah, here on Would Be Heroes, I am running a break campaign as well as a Pathfinder slash Mech Finder second edition campaign, and I will also be running a Fallout campaign in place of Gilded Age. Not starting next week because next week is going to be a non-recorded session 0, but 2 weeks after we'll start. Um, on my channel, I have run a manifest game and a beacon game. Uh, Individuals from here, there, and everywhere are in the game or in all of my games because I like to know people I play with, and so I will ask people I know if they want to play games instead of posting a call sheet. Um, yeah, I also draw for money. If you have too much money and want to draw a ling, I can do that. And yeah, I think that's gonna be me. I think I prattled on long enough.
Alrighty. D.
Hey everyone. I am D or Night Wonder. That's Wonder with an O. I am findable on Twitch and socials and places under at Night Wanderer. That's Wanderer with an O. I stream thrice a week, 2 times in the evenings CET on weekdays, and once Sundays 11 a.m. CET to 3 p.m. CET. That's Central European time. Currently, I am playing Baldur's Gate 3, attempting an honor mode for the 1000th time. I am playing through all 4 Mass Effect games, currently on number 1, and I'm also playing Divinity Original Sin 2. So, all games that take upwards of 5 hours to complete. And,
I mean, that's not wrong.
That is technically accurate.
yeah, exactly. You can also find me here doing this, Scum and Villainy. We have just last week finished up our Gilded Age game. Check out the finale. It should be posted on YouTube by now. It may not be if I forgot to do the thing, but maybe I haven't forgotten to do the thing. Anyway, you can find me on John's Crimson Bacon Flavored Pod. There we go, Bacon Flavored Pod. The pod has the flavor of the bacon. Playing Beacon and Manifest. You can catch the dulcet sounds of my voice on Ben Newbon's Cybertopia pod playing Toby, or Resilience Test Subject. And sometime in the near future, I may or may not be part of a D&D actual play that is yet to be detailed and announced. But it's going to be fun, I think. I think that is it for me. You can find my stuff on itch. There's currently 123D6, which is a cute little SRD meant to help you jump into a role playing game without any prep, really. And yeah, I think that's it. If it's not, deal with it.
All right, and last but not least, Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, better known as Soulbind most places on the internet. I've been playing X302, the muscle who doesn't get into fights like everybody else does. The easiest place to find me on the interwebs is soulbind.card.co. It's got links to all my socials, VO demo reels, some of my music sound effect work, clips from APs I've been in, just kind of all that stuff. I just wrapped doing VO for a short film called Demonic Toys. It'll be out later in the year. It was a character very similar to the one I played in Dee's Halloween one-shot, if anybody saw that. Speaking of 1, 2, 3D6. So that was a lot of fun. I'm currently doing pickups for an animated series called Immortal Night. No idea when that's coming out. Yeah, otherwise I'm maybe going to get to play in John's Fallout game. We'll see how the schedule works out. Yeah, that's me.
All right. Well, again, I'm Fisher. You'll see me next on Monday, right, John? We're playing Amber Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned. That'll kind of be the next place you see some of us playing our Power Rangers Tokusatsu inspired Pathfinder Second Edition game. Yeah, where I play a big robot man who pilots a T-Rex mech. So there you go. That's
As you do.
that's us. Have a good night, guys. Stay scummy, stay villainous.
Absolutely.
I have some issues.
Bye.
Bye.